Today's operator signal is simple. The AI upgrade is no longer just a model choice. It is a rollout decision. Yesterday was about the operating model around AI. Today we got the reason that matters. OpenAI released GPT 5.6, launched ChatGPT Work, expanded the model into Microsoft 365 Copilot, and Microsoft published admin controls for OpenAI-operated models. At the same time, Anthropic showed Claude moving into physical engineering workflows, and Project 44 extended its China logistics data authorization for supply chain AI. The pattern is clear. Better models are landing directly inside work surfaces where people create documents, run code, manage equipment, and make commitments to customers. Start with GPT 5.6. OpenAI describes a new model family, Sol as the flagship, Terra as a balanced everyday model, and Luna as the lower cost option. The headline is not just more capability, it is model economics and orchestration. OpenAI says GPT 5.6 can write lightweight programs that coordinate tools, process intermediate results, monitor progress, and choose the next step. And it also introduces programmatic tool calling and a multi-agent beta in the responses API. For operators, that means model evaluation cannot stop at a benchmark chart. You need to test cost per completed workflow, tool traces, latency, fallback tiers, and safety friction. A better model can still be the wrong default if it creates unclear tool behavior, unexpected spend, or review burden. Second, OpenAI launched ChatGPT Work. This is an agent that can act across apps and files, stay with projects for hours, and turn goals into finished materials like sheets, slides, docs, and web apps. The launch says it can gather information across apps, break projects into steps, keep work moving with scheduled tasks, and let users follow progress, answer questions, change direction, and approve important actions. That is not a chatbot, that is process infrastructure. Before teams hand it recurring work, they need an owner for each workflow, clear connected app boundaries, approval rules for important actions, and evidence of what changed. Third, GPT 5.6 is becoming the preferred model in Microsoft 365 Copilot across Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Chat, and CoWork. Microsoft will also access OpenAI models directly through the API for those experiences. Microsoft Learn says OpenAI-operated models are currently disabled for customers, but starting July 24th, 2026, they will be enabled for all users for eligible commercial customers unless admins disable them or scope access. This is the governance deadline. AI leaders should not discover model routing after it changes. Assign an owner now for the tenant setting, user groups, data commitments, exclusions, and whether any workflows require in-country processing, FedRAMP High, PCI, height rust, or SOC1 coverage. Fourth, Anthropic and UST showed what this looks like outside knowledge work. UST is training 20,000 engineers, architects, and consultants on Claude and putting Claude into semiconductor, automotive, manufacturing, telecom, embedded, and IoT environments. In one platform, Claude Code reads schematics and chip pinouts, writes and runs regression tests, and compares live equipment data against a digital twin. UST reports that the current closed-loop pipeline already cuts validation cycle times by 50 to 70%. And Anthropic emphasizes human approval and audit controls for high-stakes industries. And the lesson is that physical AI needs even tighter operating discipline. If AI touches factory validation, telecom outages, banking workflows, or healthcare operations, every recommendation needs traceability, human approval where risk demands it, and a metric that matters before and after deployment. Finally, Project 44 extended its China cross-border logistics data authorization through 2029. The announcement says Project 44 can deliver real-time compliant shipment data across China's border and 191 countries, and that this data feeds planning, inventory optimization, and exception management for enterprise brands. That is a useful reminder. AI decisions are only as good as the lawful data under them. In supply chain, the model matters, but so does whether your risk signal from the origin market is authorized, timely, and usable. So today's playbook is this. Treat every major AI upgrade as a controlled rollout. Name the workflow owner. Inventory connected apps and data boundaries. Decide who can use the model, where it can act, what requires approval, what gets logged, and what metric proves value. Then run the pilot like a production change, not a demo. The takeaway, GPT 5.6 may be the news, but the advantage goes to teams that turn model upgrades into governed, measured, business-owned deployments.